Hi guys, I hope everyone's safe and well. Today's session is all going to be about power. Yeah, so power is a really important fundamental skill that we develop as we get older. Yeah, so power is a relationship between strength and speed. So if it looked like a sum in maths, it would be strength times speed equals power. Yeah, so it's all about generating force as quickly as possible. Now, the best way that we can physically do this with our bodies, and we can measure it quite easily, is by jumping. So today's session is going to look at how we develop that power, how we generate that power with not only the body parts primarily used for jumping, but also how we can improve through something called plyometrics, and then looking at ways that we can measure power for distance and power for height. Right, so for the drills today, what you're going to use, if you have access to a skipping rope, please use one, but I'm going to use an old little bit of rope that I've got just lying around. Ask your parents, aunties, uncles, grandparents, anyone that you're with, if you do have any spare rope that you can use. If you don't worry about it. We can just use his imagination and pretend that we're skipping. Also, what you'll need are 4 markers. Any sort of markers these may be. They might be pegs, you might use cones like I'm going to use, or balls of any sort that you can use just to place and get yourself a guide. And the last thing that you'll probably need is a piece of paper like I've got here, a pen, and a piece of sellotape or 2 pieces of sellotape to help me stick this to an object or a wall for when we do our challenges later. Right, I've got my skipping rope ready for the warm-up. If you haven't got a skipping rope, just get your jumps done, normally just on the spot. Right, so first one is 20 normal jumps. Next exercise is going to be running. 20. Next exercise, hopping on one leg. I'm going to start with my right one. Ready? Now onto the opposite leg. This time I'm going to use my left. For go. This time you're going to hop twice on one leg and then twice on the other. So the last one, what we're going to do, we're going to skip rope, 2 feet together. On the 5th turn of each one, we're going to try and double skip. Yep. So. Right, that should conclude our warm-up. Now what we're going to do now, get into the main part of it. Yep, so it's all going to be about lower body power. So powering from his legs, using his legs muscles, from his glutes to his hamstrings, to his quads, and then his calf muscles as well. Yeah, all extending, firing at the same time to try and increase our distance of our jump. So what I'm going to show you, certain exercise, certain ways we're going to try and jump. I want you to repeat these I'd say about 10 times each one before we start jumping for distance and jumping for height. So the first example, what we're going to do, 2 feet together, we're going to jump as far forward as we can, get that marker of where you want to start, have another marker in your hand. Again, it doesn't have to be a cone, it can be a peg, anything that you've got available. You're going to jump and then land. Now, what I want to see, 2 feet together to start off with, I want us to focus on our arms, bringing our arms down, swinging forwards, driving our arms forwards and timing it correctly. So down, swing, and then exploding straight away. So once I've got this, I'm going to try and jump back to my original marker. So I go down, spring, jumped a little bit further that time. So then take the cone, place it to where I jumped. Repeat this 10 more times. If we can try and beat our cone that we had previously jumped towards, that's what we're trying to aim for. Yeah. This time we're going to start from this angle. We're going to go one leg this time. Yeah. So again, I bring in your cone. Start again, because you won't be able to jump as far with one leg. What I'm going to do, instead of just using my arms to spring, I'm going to use this non-supporting leg. Yeah. Again, I can use it for balance, but I can also use it to push off and drive that knee, generate a little bit of momentum. Yeah. So spring, jump, land, place that there. Yeah. Now again, do 5 with the same leg. You can go back to the start and use that as a guide, but if you want to try and beat your own, or beat your last attempt, again, down, spring, land. Remember to use that knee drive. So again, I'm going to show you the opposite leg. So again, ready in that jump, go down, spring, nice land. One more time. So, nice, spring, drive, and land. Try and beat your previous distance. So, I brought the cone back to the start. This time, last little one, is just going to be a leap forward. Yeah? So that actual leg you're driving forward is going to be a landing point, so it's really important to throw that leg forward. Throw the arms in that direction as well, generating that power, generating that speed and strength to push yourself all the way as far as you can. Yeah. So again, bringing that arm down, so as much to leap, driving that knee forward and as high and as far as possible. Again, same leg, so I'm going right to left. Ready? So down, spring, nice leap forward, almost like a Super Mario jump. So this time I'm going to go left to right. So springing down, all the way as far forward as possible. Again, left to right again, spring down, a leap as far forward as possible, trying to beat your last jump. Right, so complete them exercises, 10 each leg, 10 each side. Now I want you to add a little bit of a challenge if you've got this available. So what I've got, basically, tin of beans, red kidney beans and baked beans and tomato sauce. Doesn't matter what you've got, it might be a little rock that you hold in each hand. And I want you to try the same, generating power with all each exercises and see how it affects your landing and your stability as well, but also the amount of power you can generate to move forward. Does it increase the distance that you can jump? Does it decrease it? Are you more stable when you're landing? Are you better balanced? Completely up to you. Right, so this is where exercise 2 gets a little bit more difficult. So what we're doing, we're applying more plyometric movements, so that power contained, using our elastic energy in our legs to explode off again after 2 movements. So instead of just moving one direction, we're going to move both directions now, or 2 directions. So we're going to move to the side. So I'm going to put 2 jumps together. So I'm going to leap to the side off of one leg. So I'm going to jump to the side and jump forwards as far as I possibly can. And a nice little stick at the end. Again, 2 different powerful movements, but we're combining them to generate power 2 different directions. So it's a leap to your right and explode forwards. Now we're going to repeat that 6 times on one side. All I've got to do then, move the cone to the other side, then I repeat on the opposite side. So it's going to be jump right to left, jump, and a nice landing, nice solid landing to stick at the end. Again, repeat 6 times and then we're going to change the direction and change the exercise again. So this time, go back to the original setup of the first plyometrics. What we're going to do, we're going to start the first cone this time in line with the blue cone up at the top. Again, it doesn't have to be a cone, it can be whatever marker you place. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to jump left, jump right, jump forward. Yeah? So what I'm doing, I'm generating power, absorbing the power I've created from one exercise, create that elasticity in your muscles to burst off and power off again. Yeah, so one more time. So we're going to go right, left, right, straight forward. Going to repeat that 6 times. Simple, easy way to change the drill. Send it out the opposite way. So we're going to go left to right, nice and springy, right to left, and then a nice jump forward. Watching, so left to right, right to left, and forwards, all the way forward. Now, repeat that 6 times again. Now, we talked about stability and balance in one of his last videos and how it's important for us to develop that power again. Prime example of where we're hopping, stopping, keeping nice and stable, hopping, stopping again, nice and stable, and then because we're nice and stable, we can generate that power to move forwards or move in whichever direction we see fit. It's now time for the challenges. 2 challenges we're going to set. So the first one is going to be jumping for distance. The second one is going to be jumping for height. How we can change the way we use our lower part of our bodies to generate that power forwards and upwards, also using our arms to gain an advantage as well. So the first setup of the first jump for distance, yeah, so the first challenge, what we're going to have, we'll have 2 cones just representing the start, or 2 markers. Now we're going to have a marker, it could be anything again, that's just measuring out 30 centimetres. So if you want to get your rulers out, 30 centimetres, 30 centimetres, 30 centimetres, 30 centimetres, and all the way up. You can change the colours, you can make them known, but they are at 30 centimetres intervals. Yeah. Now what we're going to do, we're going to start with something that's going to measure whereabouts we jump. So this is going to be placed in between our feet when we land. Now, big thing, I want everybody landing on their feet. Yeah, so absorbing the impact, absorbing that power. If you land on your bottoms or you fall over, it doesn't count. Yeah, so I want a controlled, powerful jump. We're going to swing our arms down, explode away as far forward as we possibly can. Once I've landed, there we go. So I'm just going to place that cone there. So if this is at 30 centimetres, so we've got a metre, we've got 2 metres there. Now we can keep having a go. Change the type of jump as well, so it doesn't have to just be a two-legged jump. It can be one-legged, it can be a hop, it can be a skip, completely up to you. But then you've got a target to beat the next time you want to do it, or if you want to try and beat your target, keep trying to beat it, because that will show you an indication of your power, but also your technique of your jump improving. Right, so here's the second challenge. Now what this is going to be is a standing high jump. Yeah. So what we've got is a piece of paper just stuck on the wall just here. Again, so it's not marking the wall or anything. If you haven't got a piece of paper, or you've just got the wall outside and it won't stick with sellotape, what I'd use, a bit of blue tack on the end of your finger. You can use a little bit of chalk as well. Again, that's going to easily brush off. Now, what's going to happen? You're going to stand to start off with and place your base marker. So what I'm going to do, reach as tall as I can, and I'm just going to create that line there. That's my base point. That's our first measurement. Yeah, so that's as tall as I can reach stood still. Again, that might be my blue tack, that might be any other object, a piece of chalk on a chalk line. Now, my second attempt, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stand with my pen this time, and I'm going to jump and try and get as high as possible and make a mark on that piece of paper or touch the wall, etc. with that piece of blue tack. Yep, so I'm up, swing nice and high, there we go. So what I got there, I got this near to the top there. So again, I'll have another go. So I swing, jump, bend, yep, now I'm up to that size, yep. Now if I had some more paper, I could maybe get a little bit higher. So it all depends on how much energy you generate. Now, the way you record your score, so your first point, you measure between your first point and your highest point. So that may be 30 centimeters, it may be, I'm just trying to think, 25 centimeters. Now the world record, or one of the basketballers with the highest standing jump, could jump that distance, I think it was 1 meter 22 centimeters, which is, I'm guessing, probably about there from the floor. So his legs, so if you're stood on the floor here, he could get his legs to reach my hand there, straight leg, everything. So really impressive. And again, all about that power development, just transferring the energy from your legs, from the bottom of your toes all the way up, and using your arms as that extra little burst, that extra little 10%, 20% to push yourself high as possible. Right, so that wraps up our power session for today. Really important skill. Again, as we're growing up, we'll become more powerful, stronger and quicker in certain activities and movements that we do. Really important in many sports, in tackling in rugby, driving off with the ball in football, or tracking back. Very important in gymnastics to develop that tumble, to get enough height to perform your flips, your tricks, cartwheels. All important, all very important to that development and developing through the levels in sport and exercise.